and said, and that's what you really call a probing. It looks like Josh is frozen. Looks like he's absolutely frozen in his spot there, and his beard is like stuck in time. Is it like? Oh, no. There used to be a game that my eldest daughter absolutely that my eldest daughter loved on PC when she was younger, called Putt Putt Travels Through Time, and I think we should have Beard. Weird Beard travels through time. The Adventures of Josh and His Beard. That could be a new book or a TV program. It really could. Could be like Rick and Morty. It could be Josh and Beardy.
That's ending, you know. Like, only a couple episodes left forever.
Anyway, how is everybody?
Tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Oh shit! I haven't put the bloody. I haven't shared out. You know that thing I got tomorrow? Told you about?
Oh.
Hang on. So yeah, I asked you. Yeah, that's why. You get it? Right.
Oh.
I'll explain to you in a bit, Josh. Don't worry. You'll probably remember when I tell you. But anyway, yeah. How's it going? How's it going across the pond? Is everybody still wanting to kill each other over there, or is it getting better?
No.
That good?
Yeah.
Do you know what? You're one of those beasts, like, isn't he, Josh? It's so difficult trying to get a chat out of him when he's like, you all right, you? How's it going? Yeah. It's all right. Yeah.
I have been hearing that there are a lot more law enforcement firms around the United States now that are starting to stand up to ICE.
Well, we have the man who's over there who would know all these things. How the very devil are you? And we'll reintroduce him. This is Josh and His Beard. Hello, everybody in the chat room. How is Josh and his beard, and is he chatting tonight? Can we communicate with the beard?
Well, you said we had to be careful. So I don't know what I can talk about.
Oh, no, right, hang on. You two carry on talking. I will just explain. Hang on. Carry on talking.
You don't reckon it's got something to do? The beard might be muffling your voice, Josh.
No. You know how cold it is in Wisconsin? You need this.
There's no such thing as cold. State of mind. It's a state of mind. The worst part of it is, though, the colder it gets, the more frozen your beard will get, and you'll end up collecting a huge icicle.
I love Josh.
You'll end up with an icicle beard.
He's going to nip out his front.
Construction, I'm very used to that.
You're going to nip out your front. Cheer up, mate. I know things are a bit shit at the moment. and it
No,
just
I'm just tired, Mark.
it just
I'm
tired.
just
You're just
zombie
tired.
mode.
Yeah, mind you, be
I
working
guess.
shit out.
All right, I'll open up. So yeah, nothing has really changed much except that there's been more files released. A lot of people are way more pissed. The term wood chipper for Congress is being used over and over and over by different people. Just watch TikTok.
Well, I think all the corruption's starting to come out, isn't it? All the bribery and corruption's starting to come out of the
Oh,
woodwork.
it's past corruption. We're in the cult season now.
Yeah. What was I going to say? There was some. It was on. Was it on TikTok? Yeah, it was on TikTok. And there was some. It was an excerpt from an interview with a child that was rescued from one of these things, but it turns out it wasn't the Epstein case. It was a previous case. I think it was called the Essex files or something like that. It was from 2002 or something, but it was a massive paedophilia case that happened over here, and it's since turned out.
Yeah, the FBI is saying that he had no child trafficking right today.
Well, this is now to the Epstein case, and it's like what this little girl was coming out with was fucking shocking, absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
Was that dated film, A Girl and Her Brother? They were talking about sacrifices and stuff.
Oh, that one? Yeah, that one's horrible.
I saw that a few years ago. It's been going around for quite some time, that video.
Now come out, it's actually linked to the Epstein thing and child trafficking.
I've been getting a lot come up on my TikTok FYP about people that have come forward again stating that the reason why Michael Jackson was being persecuted by people was because he was protecting the children from the likes of Epstein, and the families wanting to hire the children out to Epstein for money.
That's why he went to, from what I know, that's why he went to the Epstein Island, was to get a swing of the things that were going on over there and try and get some of the kids sent his way so he could take them out the way. So,
yeah, I mean, some of it, I mean, a lot of it you've got to sort of, I don't know, take with a pinch of salt, because there's been a lot of photographs of Michael Jackson with Epstein, and some of them have been, they've been photoshopped. A lot of the older photos were photoshopped because that people have found anomalies within the photo that don't make sense, but do make sense with Photoshop.
Yeah.
So
apparently somebody wants to straighten Josh's beard. Is that a euphemism? Is something very strange going on there? So I really think you'll find he's not in the mood for that at the moment. What was I going to say? Yeah, the whole Epstein thing, the more and more I'm hearing about it, the more fucking depraved and disgusting these people involved are. And the thing is a lot of them are people that I used to respect and look up to as a kid, as a kid growing up and stuff.
Yeah.
Bad. And I see over across the pond in the States, yeah, they're having a, what was it? Is it Capitol Hill or just in the Capitol itself? They're having an emergency training day where there's going to be Black Hawk helicopters and all the emergency services out, the TA, not the TA, what do you call them, National Guard, all this, and Secret Service and blah, 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 blah. And something screams inside me. That is not a simulation going on there. Something else is going on.
Everybody's really pissed off.
You are?
Everybody's really pissed off. It's saying really crazy things that you never would have expected people to say on the internet a year ago.
What, like what?
Like building guillotines, like using wood chippers, and maybe making them eat their children was one I've seen.
Fucking hell. It's gone a bit tits up over there, isn't it?
Former military dudes explaining how to file a firing pin down. Yeah, like all sorts of really wild shit you wouldn't have expected to see.
I've noticed as well, because I've been looking into it. There's hell of a lot of UFO sightings ramping up, all across America, all across South America, and across mid Europe. And it's kind of like being two bit North and South America going. I can't do it on this way because me fucking hand. But North America going down in the line, South America up in the line, going along, and then meeting a belt, and then it goes right across Central Europe like that, and across into Russia and everything. But those sightings in those areas have been ramping up. Do you reckon there is a possibility of they know these sightings are ramping up and they're going to do a look at this, look at this, look at this, look what's going on over here, look what, don't look over
Like
there.
I said, there's that meeting in July. I kind of think they're trying to divert everything away.
What's all that about? Trump has come out and said, yeah, you can have access to our UFOs, our downed UFOs, to one of the senators.
That's news to me.
I'm sure I sent it to one of you guys. Let's have a look. No, I bloody didn't, because I'm an idiot. One of your senators over there has been going under the Freedom of Information Act for ages and ages and ages, asking to go to the one in South Korea, the downed UFOs, too big to take.
Oh yeah, you did send me that.
Yeah, and he's wanted to see some of the other, and I'll put it in inverted commas, alleged downed UFOs that USA, not necessarily UK or the rest of Europe, but that USA has. And Trump said, "Yeah, go on in. I'll let you in." So that has to be. I mean, that's an open admission. That is an open admission of, yeah, we got them. Yeah, they're here. Go and have a look. Do you reckon that's the start of some form of disclosure?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think there's way more being disclosed than anybody realized, like way beyond UFOs with the U.S. right now.
Well, you've got all this shit going on with Epstein and horrible, disgusting things and cannibalism and Christ knows what else. I've seen a few things associated with, I'll say lichens, not lycanthropy, but lichens, as in different types, not just dogmen and werewolves and stuff like that. But there's been a few things coming out about lichens. A lot of sightings of dogmen over in North America and in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I think it's Josh. It's Josh. He's been ripping his shirt off, going the shirt like Imac his chest so he doesn't get caught. Realizing after about 10 minutes his nipples are on fire, he's freaked out and wolfed out, run outside, hairy as anything, with two bare ass boobs going running down Bear Road, and people are thinking there's some hairy man wearing a bra chasing them. You know, it's just getting bizarre over there. He's not denying it, is he? He's not fucking denying it.
Bear Road's too far away. It's like an hour drive.
What do you think of the buried UFO you put up before? Yeah, that's what we were talking about, the one in South Korea. Wayne?
Too big to move.
The thing was, and I've looked into that, it's not actually too big to move. They don't have the things capable of taking it apart because it's seamless and they cannot take it apart because of the materials made up. Nothing
according to Coulthard's write-up of it, in the 70s and the 80s, they built a fence around it to stop anybody from getting anywhere near it. They found electromagnetic anomalies in the soil, but they said that due to the size of it and the nature of the craft, they decided to build over it rather than remove it. But it's still within US and South Korea's hands.
Well, the part that it's in, the buildings that have been built there are actually the US government top tier, and it's not even South Koreans can go in there. Like Pine Gap in Australia, there's part of Pine Gap in Australia where Australians can't go in. Only US top tier service can go in there. It's a bit like that, which I find very odd. It's a country, you know, a bit odd. But yeah, from what I've read, it was they couldn't take it apart. They didn't have. Well, I mean, back then because it was the 70s, it didn't crash. It was brought down by our own weapons. but it was I can't remember what you call them. It was a focused energy, directed focused energy weapon.
It weren't a discombobulator, was it?
Discombobulator. Somebody went smack up its ear rolls. Discombobulator. I love the way the discombobulator. Do you think it has been entered yet? See, I'm going to say it. Lynn Murphy's just said, do you think it has been entered yet? I reckon they found a backdoor entrance and used that.
Yeah, that definitely went in through the back door.
Back door, I reckon they did, yes. Yes. Nico, a few good few sightings of dogmen in the UK over the last few 6 months. There has actually, and there's been quite a few where I live in the Wolds Triangle. There's been a lot over here as well. But oh shit! I need to plug. I need to plug the cable in. Oh, be-doo. Let's try and do this before it runs out of battery. Is it charging? Yay! Look at that. We have power. I got the power. Snap. See, get it? Right. Anyway. So yeah, there has been lots of sightings over here, and I noticed there's been quite a few out on the. There's been historical sightings on the road that goes up past. Oh God, there's an RAF base up there. It's near me. The fuck? What's that hill called? The base is named after it.
Oliver's Mount.
No, that's over there. Hang on. I'll get Google Maps. I shall get Google Maps. I just need the name of the hill because it's the same as the base. Hang on.
You need a lot of them.
Staxton. There's a road that goes through Staxton, and it's like the middle of the Yorkshire Wolds, the Wolds Triangle, and historically over the years there's been several. There's been fucking loads of sightings of dogmen. There's been in the 80s and up until I think it was 2022, regular sightings, including one where it leapt out and attacked the window of a big rig, a semi you call them over there, but a big rig, and was ripping at the window trying to get to the driver. And that was all recorded and dated, and evidence of photos and were taken and everything. And from what I know, I can't go into sources, but from what I know, there's regularly every few years or so a mangled body found in a certain tiny little village. And the local police put it down to mannequins being made to look like bodies by the local kids, but these mannequins are taken away in Socko turn up, and then these mannequins are taken away in morgue vans. Why would you do that to a mannequin? You wouldn't.
Yeah, I think that's probably, they've probably said that so they don't cause panic.
It happens same place, same time of year, and it's a set amount between each one.
Yeah.
Obviously there's a pattern and God knows what else. Ghost is downstairs, and Ghost is wearing a hoodie, proper dog hoodie with a hood that comes up over her ears and everything. So she's got a hoodie on at the moment. Yeah. What about giant magnets to move the UFO? The UFO is massive, and to have giant magnets to move the UFO, you'd need magnets the size of, well, bigger than my ass anyway, but you would need magnets like
larger,
size of a football. Well, you need 4 because you need like specialist helicopters to lower the magnets on, but you need magnets about the size of half a football pitch each.
And I don't think we've got helicopters powerful enough to be able to lift it.
The only one there is Russian Sky Crane, but again, you need a fleet of them to do it.
I don't think that would even be enough, to be honest.
From what I know, she is. It's huge. This thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge. So I'll take some photos of Ghost and put them up on the Dark Mirror show later.
I think as well that even if they were able to move it, the issue was actually being able to get into it or break it apart. If it's seamless and they couldn't get into it there, even if they move it, how are they still going to get into it?
I think they've got into it, but I think the whole we can't take it apart, we can't take it apart. I think is a whole load of smoke and mirrors. I think it's look, we have all this tech. Let's see if we can backwards reverse it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Reverse engineer.
That's the bunny. Reverse engineer it. So I think that's possibly more likely the case. We've got some over here as well. You know, every country pretty much has one or two. So, also, how do you know the UAP hull is metal and can be grabbed with a magnet?
That's true. We don't.
Yeah.
Didn't Trump say something about grabbing something by the magnet? Grabbing by the. What was it? He said grabbing. You got to grab it by the. I can't remember. Classical music, Debussy. Was it Debussy? Got to grab it by Debussy. I can't remember. Anyway, but yeah, this thing is too. This thing is too big to move. So yeah, and again, exactly that. How do you know it's metal? It could be some sort. It could be a polymer. Could be some sort of alloy that we don't know anything about.
Could be biomass.
Yeah. Or it could be a live ship.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but it could be. Do you reckon we've got or had dealings with live ships?
I don't see why not.
I've never read anywhere anything about live ships, but something tells me that with the tech that certainly the US government hierarchy has, that's 100 years in advance of anything we've got in civilian life. So it tells me they may know something about that. What do you reckon, Josh?
Probably.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The beard.
I mean, look at the film Dreamcatcher. The alien craft in Dreamcatcher is a live ship. The aliens actually insert themselves into the ship and they become part of the ship.
That was also in... What was that show? They had a live ship. No, not Dreamcatcher. You know the one I mean?
Oh,
Farscape.
Technically, Flight of the Navigator was also a live ship. Because it was able to change shape and it had an artificial intelligence.
I was going to say it was AI with metal, but...
It was a morphing metal. It was able to morph into a different shape seamlessly.
Well, the live ships that I've read about are actually they're aware. They're aware, but I can't. It's such a massive field. I don't even know how to describe it. They're. I won't say
light ships or live ships.
LIVE.
Okay.
As in, it's alive, but it's a thinking, sentient thing that knows how to fly and this, that, and the other. And it doesn't really. They're done in such a way it doesn't need any gubbins put in it, apart from a few things to hold people or cargo or whatever. But it has its own warp capability and everything like that.
It just uses its own gas for propulsion.
No, you do that, mate.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? I wouldn't need any diesel for my car.
I always thought they should just install a pipe to my ass as well, because my car run on liquid propane gas and just. So what's been going on in your neck of the woods then, young Mr. Josh?
Just the FC.
There we have it. Okay, now.
Well, I mean, you spend years looking up like adrenaline chrome and telling you you're crazy, and then that guy's like, "Look, here's a file about it."
Difference
I've been really busy being like, "Hi, I've told you you're so for how long now?"
A live ship and an organic ship. An organic ship can be built, but it's built out of DNA and isn't sentient. our life ship, as above, but it's sentient and is capable of travel and can do its own maneuvers and this, that, and the other. Flight of Amazing of Navigator is quite amazing, especially what they show for the time. Yeah, what do the writers know? They think there's a school of thought that for every single sci-fi film that comes out, there's a bit of truth in there.
Probably.
Well, I think when you look at any film and even any book, you know, with a science fiction book, some research would have had to have been done at some point, whether it's on characters, locations, or the actual UFOs or aliens that are involved. Some research somewhere along the line would have had to have been brought in. What?
Characters and some sort of aliens. Carry on.
So, you know, it's the research would have had to have been there in the first place. But then you look at things like Star Trek and things that are in Star Trek have started to become reality.
Yeah.
Back then, you wouldn't have thought of it. Nowadays, we're looking at it. I mean, even look at, again, Star Wars and lightsabers. People are starting to build actual lightsabers using plasma.
When you look at the history, I think Josh is a bit of a geek when it comes to Star Wars. When you look at the history of lightsabers and you go back to the first lightsabers that were invented, they were literally a plasma sword that was hooked to a battery that they carried around with them. That was before the likes of the crystals and everything that were on them. But it was a plasma thing that was attached to a battery, and that was before the new Old Republic.
We have Albo blades now.
Okay.
We have Albo blades now.
Do you know, it's so muffled this.
The Volvo blades, like the Mandalorians carry, the ones that vibrate. They're real now.
I think there's an echo going
on. Mandalorians use.
Write it down. I have no idea. What do you say? Josh, Wayne, what do you say?
I don't know. Because there's echo.
Yeah, what is it?
The Mandalorians have.
I can hear it. It is echoing, yeah. That's why I couldn't understand it. Don't know why.
Why is it echoing on my end now? I don't hear it.
Right, what was it you said?
The Volvo blades in Star Wars, we have them now. They use them for cooking purposes, for like cutting turkeys and shit.
Yes! Yeah, no, I know what you're on about now. Yeah. Can you hear this? Can you hear it? That's Ghost. She's going out. She's singing the song of her people, and the yip, 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 yip. That is Badger singing the song of his people. Didn't Churchill have one land on his estate? No, I don't believe he did. That's right, Proto Sabers. Hacksmith has built a working plasma saber. I've seen the plasma saber. I've seen the real plasma saber. And to be fair, it looks awesome, but it also looks stupidly heavy. And you'd have to carry everything around with you. Can you imagine just like, hang on. You got to settle the gas and everything up. Hang on. But yeah, the whole history of lightsabers, when you look at when you read it up and everything, it's really interesting. I want one. I do. I want one. I mean, I have one over there. I have a Force FX one, but I want a real one. If I go like that, I've got one sticking out the top of my head. Look at that. There. Yeah. But yeah, I want one. We all know about Wayne and Josh when they go to bed and they go, feel the Force. We know about that. And that's when they go to the bath and they're in the bath alone. It's just when they go to the bath.
Do you know what? I'm sure this show needs to be on OnlyFans.
Only beards. He's got the majestic beard. Have you got the plane back on your chops again, or have you got the soul patch?
No, just that one at the moment.
You can't see it, but I've got a whole goatee. But for some reason, this is white. It's proper. It's white. Look, hang on.
Yeah, that's what I had going on with this. I get white there and then white here. But at the moment, it's just stubble at the moment. But obviously, I'm keeping this bit.
And dark blonde, that's it. They have since refined it into standard hilt, but still can't duel with them. Can you imagine if you could fucking do that? Christ almighty, there'd be some accidents. There would really be some accidents. Oh,
They
they
should bring the whole concept
be a
of dueling back. I think it would solve the population crisis.
In answer to Lynn's question, there was no evidence that a UFO landed on Winston Churchill's estate, but the story originated from a letter in 1999 sent to the Ministry of Defence claiming to be the grandson of a Royal Air Force officer who alleged that a secret incident occurred during World War II involving a metallic UFO encountering an RAF reconnaissance plane. So there was no evidence of anything actually landing on Churchill's estate.
I was going to say there's been several sightings during World War II. That's how the Foo Fighters started. But
yeah,
and there was the there's Battle of New York, wasn't it? Battle of New York.
LA.
Was it LA or New York? I thought it was New York.
It was over the Hollywood Hills.
I thought there was one in New York as well, because New York's right on the coast. I thought there was one in New York as well. I may be wrong, but I'm sure there was, because they were just firing at it, and nothing was touching it.
Yeah, that was LA.
Why have I got New York?
That was over the Hollywood Hills.
That kaiju movie that also turns into like a space zombie movie that took place in New York.
I thought there was LA. Oh, didn't they do a movie? Didn't they do a movie about it? And it was called Battle for something. Was it called Battle for New York? Do you know what? This crusty old brain of mine. I think I'm going to have to look that one up. Anyway, so what's basically going on in the world at the moment is we have madness in North America. We have people going around being found out for doing horrible, disgusting things to other people, and I'm just not going to go into it because it is awful, and it's not this show's thing. Although we fucking deplore it and it is disgusting, and we do talk about it, I won't go into the details, the real details about what's going on. We all know what's going on, but some of it's absolutely fucking disgusting. So excuse my French, it is, and it's foul. And anybody who does that, just no, end of. I see we did have a visitor commenting on our last week's show, and I realised how do I getting on there, and I've sorted that out.
Who was that?
The Real Casebusters. Their account was a load of numbers and not their actual name. That's why nobody could ever find it. But the account was a load of numbers, and I managed to find it.
I never know.
Yeah. Because apparently our show, when we did, was it last week's show, the controversial one, and we were coming out with all the stuff. Well, according to them, it wasn't controversial. People reckon that UFOs turn off nuclear warheads. So why did Hiroshima happen?
Hiroshima wasn't nuclear. That was atomic.
Yeah, it was atomic bomb. Water.
That is why people still live in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, because they were atom bombs, not nuclear bombs.
Yeah, if that had been a nuclear bomb, nobody would be able to look at Chernobyl. That was nuclear. Nobody can live there. That's why
you can live there, but you get very sick.
Yeah, but you have you seen the toads? They've got black toads there, I think it is. Black toads, and the foxes and the wolves and the wildlife are all becoming immune to it because they've had generation after generation after generation.
They're adapting, and it's a typical thing where you adapt over your habitat. And they've been fortunate that they haven't received deadly doses of radiation that would kill them instantly or kill them over shorter periods of time. They've lived long enough to reproduce, and at the same time, they've been able to evolve with their environment.
However, I've read some interesting things that comes into conspiracy theories about there, especially about the Russians were, again, this is all allegedly, but it is all out there in public domain. All we got to just look for it. So this isn't us coming out with shit. The Russians were allegedly going to release, call it a mind control bomb on the North US. Again, allegedly, they were going to release a mind control bomb. The US intelligence found out about it and went, right, fuck you, and deliberately had Chernobyl blown up, or had that done to it anyway, as a we know what you're doing, pack your shit in, it's going to be worse. And apparently it's coming up to the anniversary of this mind weapon again, and is it going to happen again? Ooh. Or it could just be conspiracy theory and a load of old bollocks. You never know.
Yeah, I think that's a load of old bollocks.
But also, you were supposed to have seen Mothman over on the run-up to Chernobyl, wasn't it? About 3 days before Chernobyl went up.
Yeah, and there was the same with Fukushima as well.
Yeah. Look at that, Josh. A Mothman type thing was seen. Or was it a UFO? Or was it aliens? You don't know.
And there was the Indonesian earthquake as well.
Yeah.
He was seen there before that happened as well.
And the Indonesian earthquake, UFOs were seen going in and out of the crater before, during, and after it happened. So,
Yeah.
American mind controlled. Josh, are you mind controlled?
Probably. Looking to process my
Josh, is your beard controlled?
Probably. It's America, man. There's no freedom here.
There's supposed to be freedom of speech in both countries, and all I'll say is I haven't noticed a lot of that going on lately in either country. Strange that.
I think it's because the notion there is that you say it, you'll get put in jail for it, so people don't say it.
Because everybody gets offended, and heaven forbid you offend anybody, so you're going to get nixed for it. That's not freedom of speech.
When you've got innocent people being thrown in jail for 3 months for saying something not necessarily nasty, but criticising the government in any way, shape, or form, and all of a sudden the police are at the door threatening to put you in jail, and you end up going to court and spending 3 months in jail for a comment that 99% of other people are thinking, and some are saying on the internet anyway. They're just trying to grab people to make them an example to try and stop other people from continuing it.
And that, to me, is very Orwellian.
Yeah.
That's not freedom of speech. That is suppression and Orwellian nonsense. I mean, I completely understand that if it's fucking nasty, horrible stuff that you're trying to persuade people have done, and if it's not real, yeah, fine. And you know it's not real when you're doing it, fine, yeah, full force of the law.
And then we're like this, and then they're doing horrible fucking atrocities, and they're behind closed doors.
People like that are able to get away with putting in this law and this clause and that and this and that, and avoid it, or put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off. And yet, if you dare turn around and say, hang on, you're being a wanker, you're doing this, you're going to get locked up for it. How is that right? We're all mind controlled. The smart dust and microchips in the food, the devices and LED streetlights, the geoengineering, black magic rituals. We're all mind controlled.
I'm not. I still wear my foil hat.
Same. I have foil. Look at that. Can you see the light gleaming off my foil? That's why I wear a hat. That's genuinely why I put this hat on, because the lampshade's got, obviously with the open bit, and it just goes boom within the vicinity of this room. So yeah,
I've got that. I might have to wear mine soon. We've replaced our kitchen light. It's now an LED fluorescent tube.
Okay.
So
with or without mind control?
That's without.
Okay.
Be careful.
I reckon cats are secretly controlling everything. I reckon cats have evolved, and You know, they haven't forgotten that we used to worship them as gods, and they're like, we're fucking coming back. You empty our shit, you're going to do worse. So, yeah.
That'll be why my oldest cat keeps giving me the evils.
That's probably why Lilo sat there on the bed. She's literally, since I've said that, she was licking, now she's going. That's all she's doing. I have a 5G cat from lambs.com. It helps.
Yeah, I think that's got something to do with the frequencies, isn't it, that the 5G masts have.
To be fair, when I go near 5G masts, it gives me massive headaches. It really does. There used to be one at my old job up at the holiday camp. They had a blue 5G mast up there, and it used to interfere with the radios and everything. But yeah, it gives me headaches. Really, really does. I completely lost the thread of what I was going to say. It's just gone. Completely gone.
That's the 5G mind control. It's affected you already. See, they knew what you were thinking. They've stopped it.
Do you think, again, and I'm going to go back to what we said earlier and what we said last week and everything, do you think that all this shit that's going on, look at that! Oh, look, Tony! There it is! That was the Tango Man. Do you think that we are we've got that going on with the Epstein stuff, where we're being told, look at this, look at this, look at this? Do you genuinely think there's something going on, or do you think that this drip feed stuff with the UFOs, and now, yeah, you can look at the downborn? Do you think this is starting to come out so people stop noticing the Epstein files just for a minute? And go, oh, and then something will get pushed through or passed on that one, and then when we go back to it again, oh, where did those names go? All those names that are in there have gone. Where've they gone?
It's like we said years ago. They will say they're going to disclose the information, and then when it gets closer and closer to the date, something or some things will start happening that will blindside us from what we're expecting to hear.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we'd have gone past the event and we'll all be going, oh, hang on a minute, weren't you supposed to be disclosing information? And they're like, oh, well, we haven't got that information now. You'll have to wait until 2030 or whatever.
Well, look at Atlas, Free Eye Atlas, when it went over. All the photos from the bloody landers, straight away they went, no, you can't see that for 75 years now. Here's a blurred ass thing from our most advanced camera in the sky that could have seen it and could have shown you a fly on a gnat's ass on it, but it looks like a pebble. But all these photos from the landers that were lined up and looking at it, no, you may not look at them. Why? If there's nothing to hide, why would you go no? Contradiction. Bullshit.
I think the ones on Mars, they wouldn't let you see the pictures of the ones on Mars simply because they didn't want you seeing the tripods moving about the landscape.
It was all of them, all the photos from that time period where it went over. They did it. It was a complete blackout on all of them. They went no. I'm just waiting for the.
There's no reason for it.
I'm just waiting for the Japanese and the Chinese one to come out because they'll go, oh, have a look at this. So, and somewhere there's a website with them on already. We just got to find it. So it's like that Japan. In fact, it's the same. It reminds me of that Japanese moonlander when we looked at the website and we were going to report on it, and then the next day the whole lot had gone.
No, that was the Chinese website, wasn't it?
It was, and it was there.
I feel like the fans just in bed with America.
Yeah. The fuck's going on down there? They're doing it again. The dog's like every show, every bloody show I do. Anyway, why can't they be like the cats? The ones that are ruling the world. They just sit there going,
I'll just lay here and watch the world go by and plot the downfall.
Well, she literally sits there and goes, whoa, I can't do it with this hand because they fell off. But she sits there going, whoa. So I don't know. But What do you reckon's going to be coming out by this time next week? Because I'll need to investigate gate some stuff. Do you reckon it'll be Epstein, or do you reckon it'll be UFOs?
I think it'll still be Epstein for a while.
Yeah.
I reckon there's something big going on in the UFO thing. From what I've seen and read, it is going on. There is stuff going on. They are opening up to let certain senators and certain people from the government look at these things. But whilst they're saying, yeah, you can do this, all this shit's come out. So everybody's going, and that's what's going on. And they know it. They know full well what they're doing. They're very good at it.
Straight up, they're like, so what's happened with that party with them children? And they're like, yo, you wanted me to Gray?
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
Yeah.
How would I show you a UFO? What party?
It will get to a hill
What island?
where everybody will be knocking on the door, go and say, "Come on, where's this evidence?" And they'll go, "Oh, but this happened at the Epstein Island," and everybody will all of a sudden go, "Oh yeah, forgot about that. Oh, what's going on there then?" And then when they get to the height, they'll all of a sudden go, "Oh, by the way, we've got this and we've got that, and do you want to see the inhabitants?"
Oh, do you want to have a look at E.T.'s wang? I took a Polaroid. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Michael Jackson will appear, and everybody will forget all about it.
Yeah, he's just going to moonwalk back across the stage. It is. It's 6 to 1, half a dozen the other. You look at this. I'm going to look at that. You watch it. My left hand's doing this. My right hand's back here doing that. You know.
Yep.
Now you see me. Now you don't. They're very good at it. Very, very good at it. Very good spin doctors.
Well, that's what they've been doing since the year dot, isn't it?
Oh yeah. But I've noticed that the South American bombardments and the Italian bombardments, who are the ones that normally come out with the stuff and go, "Hey, it's me, Mario. Yeah, we got a Luigi in the craft over there making us spicy meatballs." They've been very good. Do you believe that Epstein's still alive?
The guy in the video looked very similar, but with a beard.
The latest conspiracy theory is that because he worked for a certain government, that certain government actually came in, got him, and a very good body double was put there.
Yeah.
Well, the picture from that same said government too. This happens to be there, and he has accounts that been spending money still. He's got a girlfriend that lives on the island still, running everything.
Yeah. I think because certain people know or hold too much information about too many people, you can have a scapegoat, but said scapegoat, i.e. Epstein, was not fucking stupid, and he will have had things in place that said, if you try and take me out, all these things are going to go in off everywhere.
And if you've got enough money and enough power, you can escape justice.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem with all this. Everybody can see that now.
Yeah.
There's so much. I think that whatever ring was made by this Epstein thing, because I mean that would have been a massive paedophile ring and trafficking ring and this, that, and the other. I hope all that is brought down, comes crashing down, stops.
I think it's been going on for generations.
Yeah, I was about to say, but unfortunately, you close one down, another one opens.
Yeah.
You know,
and the problem is when you look at one, even the smallest ring, you look at one and you've got to look at all the possible contacts, all the leads that led to it, and everything else. And it's a massive umbrella. You're starting with the guy at the top, but then you've got to work your way down to try and find out how far this ring expands to. And that could take him years to find the full extent of how big that ring is.
I rather think that a lot of these things may take up to about 75 years to be able to investigate to the full extent. Within that time, things will be released, unredacted, and anybody who was involved will be dead.
Now we just start throwing people from a cliff, the Hollywood cliff. Just one final Grammy. There you go.
Anybody will be dead because
you off the side.
There'll be a cruise done just for famous people. Oh, we're going on the famous people's cruise. Oh, let's go. Titanic 2. You'll see all the famous people on the list, and then you'll see all certain families, Rothschilds, etc. We're on the list. We're on the list. We're on the list. No, we're going. We'll see you later. Enjoy your cruise. So yeah,
and certain individuals will cancel their ticket at the last minute.
Again, this is just purely for entertainment, folks. Don't take anything we say too seriously.
Or
If you want to know, or can you? If you want to know the real truth, consult Josh's beard. By that, I don't mean that in a rude way. I don't mean biblically. I don't mean rub yourself all over his beard, because I'm sure his missus will not appreciate it, and neither will he. But consult Josh's beard. Give it offerings of like little things you can put in there. I think have you got one in? No, you haven't. You could put like Viking runes. You could take some of these runes off and you can put them in there and tweak them in and make offerings of crumbs that you can stick in there for the nest of baby blackbirds that live in there. You know, but you need to consult the beard.
You're just jealous.
You know what? I think if I tried to grow a beard, because if I tried to grow a beard, I'd look like an Epstein contender.
Actually, you'd probably be very busy around Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, this is white. It's pure white. But if I grow it here, it's this color. This is like dark blonde, and here it goes dark blonde. It's just this. It's just my chin, pure white. The rest of it's dark blonde. My dad, when he was alive, when he used to try a grown beard, it was white, grey, orange, black, brown, blonde, and he looked like a multicolour swap shop. He looked like a tortoiseshell cat. He literally looked like a tortoiseshell cat was raping his face. It was just, no, Dad, get rid of it.
That's what mine's trying to do. It's all different shades.
50 Shades of Grey.
For you, it'd be 50 Shades of Aliens.
50 Shades of Aliens, it would. That's what it is. I've seen so many aliens, man, and I've been scared so many times my beard just went fucking white. I got a question for all of you. Like, cause somebody asked me this the other day. If they came down and said, we've been watching your show, we've been watching it for the last fuck knows how many years, and you're always spot on the money, but you make it out like you're just having a laugh and a joke. You're always spot on the money. Would you like to come and have a look in our shit? We'll take you to our planet and everything, and we'll bring you back. We'll let you talk about it, but you can't talk about it too much, and you've got to act as if it was stuff you've heard. I would so take them up on that.
I would say yes, on one exception. They bring us back at the same time they took us.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you can go off to that place, but when you come back, thousands and thousands of years could have passed here.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So, for all we know, we could come back and find there's nobody here. So who would we tell?
Josh?
Are you sure you aren't the guy turning them cows inside out? Let's discuss that before I get on it.
No! What's fucking wrong with you? Yeah. You're allowed to go there, get a postcard, maybe take a few photos and upload them onto Reddit under an assumed moniker and start some more disclosure rumors. But you can't actually turn around. You can go and see it all. You can participate in it. I'd say, all right, I'll do it if I can have a piece of tech. Do you know what tech?
Hang out with the Secret Sasquatch Society.
I'd have either. What tech would you have?
What? I said I'd screw them. I'd rather hang out with the Secret Sasquatch Society in the mountains.
We can ask them if they can control going left and right and going into the neighboring dimension.
Yeah, you know, the Yeti, Bigfoot, and then yeah, we all get together for the yearly barbecue.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd have to wear no t-shirt because of being having such a fucking hairy chest. I'd fit in. I would fit in. We just all have to go there, take our t-shirts off, let our big beer bellies hang out, and our hairiness hang out, and the hairy chesties, you know. All right, well, Wayne, in your case, you can go trouserless and let your hairy testes hang out. But, you know, we'll do hairy
testes either. I'm bald from there down.
Too much information.
You asked.
All right, well, then you can just bend over and show your ass crack and be like Tufty Squirrel joining them. But do you know what? I've always thought that my own personal thing about Yetis and Bigfoots and this, that, and the other is one of either two things. They're either Gigantopithecus, pockets of them that survived, or they evolved along with us, but they're far, far more intelligent than people give them credit for. And they're either grew from us, or are they precursors, or do they come from up there?
I think they're precursors, but because they fear what we're going to do to them, they're kept out of the way.
Would you blame them? You know damn well. Guess what? We'll take the part. Hey? You're Josh.
They're smarter than
that. They're way smarter. They're way, way, way smarter than us. I do think they've got some sort of morphic technology, but it may be inbuilt into them. I don't know. But I do believe that they don't want us to interact with them. Do you reckon they might come from under the crust? Because when you look at all the old legends, they talk about where they went under the earth and they lived down there.
I think they are probably partly related to those that ended up subterranean, but they are part of that group that decided to stay on the surface.
I don't blame them not wanting to interact with man.
Because when you think about it, it's like at the moment there are a lot of Brits leaving the UK because they don't like it here, so they're going over there. Now
There's
it could be
now.
with Bigfoot. With Bigfoot, it could have been that the group said, "Right, we're heading downstairs because it's getting really crap up here." And they'd have been part of that group that have gone, "No, I don't agree with that. I'm staying up here."
Well, when you read back into the records, like down throughout thousands of years, including Emerald Scrolls, all this, that, and the other, it talks about they always knew when there was the biblical flood. They always knew when there was some type of Holocaust coming, that they would go under the ground. And then when it cleared and passed and the danger had gone, they'd come back out again. But groups would stay under the ground. And it's in legend. It's written down. It happened. And they keep finding underground cities, remnants of cities. Look at that new type of nuclear lidar that was taken above the pyramids. That's found the voids and the spiral staircases and all this, that, and the other. The ones that Zahi Hawass, the head of Egyptian antiquities, came out and said, no looking at pyramids, stay away. Why the fuck would he do that? And they found the voids and everything underneath the Sphinx, and all these things link up. I reckon all the stuff that was rescued out of the Library of Alexandria, I reckon that's ended up down there. Some of it, anyway. And I reckon there's other stuff down there, and perhaps some tech down there. But I reckon people know about it, and I reckon Bobblements know about it too.
Hey, but guys, I gotta work, so I gotta head out.
I was just about to say, we're just going to end now. So Josh and his beard has to go to work. Wayne and his beardette have to go to bed. Me and my beard need to go and have a cup of tea, and then I'm going to bed because I'm knackered. And I will see you all later. Thank you very much for joining us and watching us. I hope you like our stuff that we come out with. And trust me, we do fact check and look up everything first before we come out with it. However, as it says down there, may not be our own views. It may be for entertainment purposes only. But either way, or it may be the truth. But either way, we hope you enjoy it. So, Wayne and Josh, say goodbye.
Bye. Catch y'all next week.
See you, John.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else is going to go out. We will see you all next week. Remember, every Monday We've got plenty of underground cities in the UK. We've got tons of them. Remember, every Monday, 9:30, my new job, I have every Monday and Tuesday off, so I will always be here. Take it easy, and peace out. And remember, if you see anything, or if you just want to drop us a line, drop us a question, email us at the below email, the Dark Mirror Radio Show at yahoo.co.uk. That is the Dark Mirror Radio Show at yahoo.co.uk. Or you can get hold of any of us on any of our social media and drop us a line. So we're out of here. See you later. I have not uploaded the music yet. I'll do that tomorrow. See you later, guys.
Bye.